I'm a terrible person. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's how it's done. Hello, welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. I'm about to jump a plane to MagicCon Vegas, but because I love you, I've prepared a lot of fun Brawl videos using new commanders from the Final Fantasy Through the Ages set, as well as the Final Fantasy set itself, to entertain you while I'm away. So today we're covering Blue Farm in Brawl. And what is Blue Farm? Some of you might be asking, but those of you in the cEDH know, you know. The partner commander pair of Kraum, Ludavics, Opus, and Tymna the Weaver represent what is considered the best deck in Commander, cEDH Commander to be specific. Yes, I know it's not Terror Grid or many of the other terrors of your local game store. It's not Toxrill. It's Blue Farm, Tymna the Weaver, and Kraum Ludavics Opus, which arrive on MTG Arena thanks to Barnabas Thermer and Cecil Harvey. And why is this so powerful? What is so dangerous about this? Well, in cEDH, these just represent two excellent value engines that draw you cards from your command zone, and two commanders are harder to deal with than one. When you have a partner pair in a format like Brawl that's 1v1, you're essentially starting a card up on your opponent. Remember back when we were discovering that companions are good, and then you'd play against somebody who didn't have a companion and it just always felt like they were behind? Yeah, that's what partners do in Brawl a lot of ways. You also worry less about your commander getting countered or killed when you have two of them. Makes a lot of sense. But how do you translate what happens in cEDH to Brawl? In cEDH, there are combos like Demonic Consultation, Thassa's Oracle, and Wizards in their infinite wisdom protecting the format, banned Tainted Pact in Brawl. So we don't have that combo available. So how do we actually win the game with Tymna and Kraum? Honestly, just take away everything from the opponent. Just grind them out of resources. Works really well, and it will win you a ton of games. But on top of that, we do have some combo availability here in the deck. So let's read the two new cards really quickly. Kraum is 3 blue and a red for a legendary flying haste zombie whore. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card, and partner, of course. So this is much better in Commander, where multiple players are casting multiple spells every turn. You'll get a trigger from it occasionally in Brawl, but not nearly as often. What Kraum does well in Brawl is be a 4/4 flying haste in the command zone, which kills planeswalkers, which are a number of the commanders that are out there. So just being able to come down and attack a planeswalker when the opponent taps out to play their planeswalker is very nice. Second card, Tymna the Weaver, aka Cecil Harvey, 1 white and a black for a 2/2 lifelink. At the beginning of each of your post-combat main phases, you may pay X life, where X is the number of opponents that were dealt damage this turn. Consider that number to be 1 for the sake of Brawl. If you do, draw X cards. So you have life gain in the command zone, and you have card draw in the command zone if you can be hitting your opponent with a creature. So that's what we've got here. A few ways to get cards. Now, Tymna not nearly as busted as in cEDH because it is hard to get in with a 3-mana 2/2 over and over, unless you're killing everything they have or playing other evasive cards, which the deck does a pretty good job of overall. Now that we've introduced our two kind of unassuming partners, I promise you they're better than you would think they are if you've never read them before, just because there are two of them. Now we get into what the deck does. We're a 4-color deck. Our color identity is the combination of both partners. So as you can see over here, we've got a lot of the multicolor lands to make this work in our shock fetch mana base. I'm mostly an Esper deck with a little splash of red, and we are trying to make every spot super efficient to remove and counter everything the opponent does and grind them to dust with our free card advantage that comes from having two commanders. So as we get into what to add to the deck, we have a lot of free interaction and free mana still involved, which is always nice. Some of the most powerful cards in the format. Then a ton of very good 1-mana cards that you've probably seen over and over, from Ragavan to Reanimate. In the new card, Cecil Dark Knight, which is a very nice cheap card to play because this deck lowers its life total very aggressively using all these shock lands. Then then in the 2 mana spots, more interaction, and of course, some of the best cards in the format, but some interesting ones as well, such as Bitter Blossom, which I found to be very good lately in the format for just constantly creating more threats, and getting Tymna the Weaver to trigger. Case of the Stashed Skeleton, creating a Suspected Menace token, also gets Tymna to trigger consistently while becoming Demonic Tutor later in the game. And Dark Confidant is good at flips as long as you are not hitting some of the big ones. Troll of Kazakh Doom and Treasure Cruise come to mind, but for the most part, Dark Confidant will pay you, and pay you very well. Then as we get into the 3 mana cards, you see the Black Market Connections type of effects. These really do a good job attacking for Tymna. And you see Vivi. Vivi, I think, fits here. We have so many spells, 29 instants, 15 sorceries, 6 artifacts, 6 enchantments, 10 creatures, 1 planeswalker. So Vivi actually gets to work and provides a huge mana boost for the deck that can make it so casting Tymna and Kraum the same turn isn't magical Disneyland. Temporal Manipulation, Time Warp, getting a turn ahead when you're already drawing cards off one of your commanders can just be backbreaking. But I do have a combo in the deck to try to finish off our own Tainted Pact, Thassa's Oracle combo, if you will. Another way to completely end a game. Narset, Parter of Veils, and Notion Thief are 2 effects in our colors that keep the opponent from drawing cards. Notion Thief in particular steals the draw for ourselves, and 2 wheels that exist in the format. One is Days Undoing, which actually rock solid here, and Commit. The backside memory being the 6 mana play that makes people shuffle up and deal another 7. So putting together the Narset and Notion Thief along with a memory or Days Undoing combo will take all the opponent's cards away and load you up with a fresh grip and basically put them way behind in the snap of some fingers. On top of that, we do have a little more synergy with this, but it's not the main point of the deck. I have the Gaia Reach Sanitarium in the mana base. It's my one utility land. We can't run that many because we are a 4-color deck, but Gaia Reach Sanitarium combined with Narset or Notion Thief can completely grind the opponent to dust, so it made the cut. There are other cards we could play like Step Between Worlds, Children of the Apocalypse, Orcish Bowmasters, but I found all of those to be slightly more liabilities than boons in the Mean Streets of Hell queue, where this deck is already living. So now that I've introduced the deck, I'm going to give a quick plug for Vegas. If you are going to Vegas and you are hearing this on the Thursday right before Vegas starts, do sign up for the Best of One event. Bring your standard deck and challenge me, CGB. It's on Friday at 11 and on Saturday also starting at 11. I think they actually start at 11:30, but you know, gotta be there, gotta be prepared. I'm like looking at my schedule. So I would love to play against you guys in a cool Best of One event that is special for this MagicCon. They haven't done this kind of a sanctioned, not sanctioned, but register for it, premiere, play, whatever, Best of One type event before. It's a very fun way to get a bunch of games in and then get on to other events. It's a fast-paced event and with some sweet prizes like some CovertGoBlue sunglasses that have inscribed 1 in Best of One on them, and a special playmat with my logo that will only be available at MagicCon. So register for that and then come to the Worst Possible Commander Show Live. That is at 11 a.m. starting at 11 a.m. on Sunday. And seating is limited. Watch Voxy and Amazonian be our guest stars against the Worst Possible Shay and myself. And I will see all of you guys there. I have meet and greets also on Saturday and Sunday. I believe they start around 4 o'clock. 4 to or 4:30. Can double check the schedule to be sure, but that's also in the MagicCon app. I look forward to meeting everybody from the audience. Also Dragon Shield, I know I'm doing a meet and greet with them at, I think that one is at 4 o'clock at the Dragon Shield booth on Saturday. So yeah, I know I've got such solid information for you all, but I'm recording this the morning before I get on my plane, and I'm not a morning person, so bear with me. Also, the videos for the next few days will be more Brawl decks with shorter intros than this. And that is by design so that I can get out the door and catch my flight, not because I don't like you. So look forward to seeing you all soon. Enjoy the videos while I'm gone. And as always, my friends, you're cool. Up against Narset Transcendent. And I mean, we have 4 mana on turn 1. The turn 1 Tymna. and a reanimate to get it back if they kill it, and a Daze Undoing. Okay. Seems good. This doesn't make white though. So if I want to play the turn 1 Tymna, I have to make black, which means I have to exile the reanimate. Then I still have turn 2 stock up. Game on. Let's start drawing some extra cards, shall we? Bobble me. 0 mana cards are definitely in fashion. Notion Thief, and they know about it. And they know about it, huh? Memory Lapse. I'm not afraid of their Narset. I think we're stocking up. So they're blue-white, and they already have a non-basic, so I don't think they're gonna like Winter Moon me or anything of that nature. This makes black, but what we get has to make black. I guess I'll go Watery Grave. Why not? Stock up. Nice. Give me the land in the silence. Seems great. If they tap out, they're gonna get Notion Thief Daze Undoinged. And if they don't, I'm just gonna keep drawing extra cards and make them absolutely miserable. Yeah, we'll just threaten to Thief if they tap their mana. If they dare tap their mana. Yeah, I don't think we go for this. It can't end well. And we've got some advantages. Let's duress you. Commandeer my duress. In response, do I silence them first to make sure this doesn't happen? I think I do. I silence them and then I remand the duress. The other thing I could, like, if they're doing this and they got rid of a Pact of Negation, the question is, do they have one more counterspell? And I think we don't take that risk. Okay, lock them out of spells. Bounce the duress. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting question. Like, would they have used a different counterspell if they had it? Okay, beautiful. Now I'll try to lock them out of their Narset by fetching black-white. Oh, this, like the nasty things we do to each other in this format. Duress you again. How about this time? Counterspell the duress. That's fine. Don't really worry about that. We're still drawing 2 cards a turn and keeping our life total high. Wish Claw. That can't be too bad. No, that can't be too bad. All right, we'll keep holding Notion Thief and Memory Lapse over their head. Here's Narset. I think we let this happen.
I have practiced against many foes like you. Train.
He hit a Sunfall and a tap land. Here's the Notion Thief. We don't care about the card draw because we're drawing fresh cards anyway. I guess I'll play the land. So we could run out the Wish Claw and just have it. We could attack and kill the Narset. I guess we'll take a chunk out of the Narset. Because we have to, remember, we have to end the turn with the Days Undoing.
I must stay focused.
Just decline. And your hand gone. Me 14. Discard 7. I'm a terrible person. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's how it's done. Urza. Let's get it. Another welcome to the format moment. Turn 1, nothing. Turn 2, frog. With grief if we draw a black card. I'll try it. Black card? In a way we need this, but I guess not that badly. It would be double white and single red. Blue mana go. Well, didn't draw the black card, but we're still going for the frog. A brainstorm. Maybe it's better that we didn't draw the black card for grief then, because they could kind of play around it. But, all right, frog's here. What are they going to do about it? Ribbit. Frog too good, frog too strong. Sapphire Medallion's a good card. But it doesn't reduce artifacts, which are a big part of that deck. I think we'll just step up and play Tymna. We don't need more white. Black red? Yep. Cards are the way, guys. We're gonna have so many cards. All right, Waterlog Teachings. Take that action. Triome. Do we pitch the teachings to grief them now? Or do we wait till our turn after they've committed to something? Let's wait. Can it be Urza? Granddaddy Urza. Show me the simplified. How do I get this frame? Look, you can like actually read that. Amazing. I guess I'm covering it up, but trust me, it's better. As far as like actually reading the card, trying to understand what it does. All right, well, they dropped utter insignificance, but they didn't do that to the frog. And they drop a midnight clock, okay. Vivi, you want to play? Still not an untapped land. I feel like we should hold on Vivi. We can just play this, fix mana. Now we have too many cards, right? Might as well grief. Okay, no responses. What do you got there? You got a Swan Song, a Howling Mine, and 3 steps ahead. Howling Mine's only good if they have Urza down. 3 steps ahead can be expensive, but they got the medallion. The Swan Song, it's the cheapest card. I think you just take the cheapest card. You make them hold all the mana open. So now do I play Vivi? If they just play Urza, who cares? They don't have a way to deal with this card. So glad we checked. Vivi can go a little crazy. The real question is, do we kill their construct or their Urza? What do they gain back? Just Swan Song? Okay, that's on top of your library. I know exactly where it is. Like, how's that gonna help you now that Vivi's here? I don't know. Want to play the Howling Mine? So do we pack them? I mean, in theory, we can pay for packed with Vivi. They would have to counter with 3 steps ahead. Yeah, let's do it. Especially before they get the Swan Song. If they don't know how Vivi works, we might not know I can pay. Okay, they 3 steps. Cool. That is fine. Uses their 3 steps. Yep, you have dorks. Three, 3, and a 1-4. You gonna play the Howling Mine? The desperation. They can tap that, of course, with their Urza. But they didn't. Okay. Cool. And I drew Narset. That's so cool. That's so good. That's so stupid and good. All right, bye, Urza. Thanks for coming. Ah, they forgot. They absolutely forgot. Don't forget to tap your Howling Mine with your Urza. You might need to be in full control to do it. Don't forget, you guys. The 1 in Best of 1 is coming to MagicCon Las Vegas. I'm hosting a Best of 1 Standard event on Friday and Saturday at MagicCon Las Vegas. You always thought you could take down the 1 in Best of 1? Well, here's your chance. Bring a Standard deck and join the event on Friday, June 20th or Saturday, June 21st. This is an 8-round, 25-minute Swiss Best of 1 showdown. Every player gets a special set of blue sunglasses to unlock your inner CGB. Get to 8 wins? You'll get 30,000 ticks, a playmat, a jumbo card, and an uncut sheet of Magic the Gathering. So bring your very best to MagicCon Las Vegas. Check out my link in the description and sign up for the CovertGoBlue Best of 1 Standard Challenge. And I will see you there. You're cool. Different Urza. Okay. Black, blue, black, white. Esper colors available. Path to Exile, Mishra's Bauble, Stock Up, Wishclaw. This hand is mid. We can do better. I mean, yeah, now we're a turn 1 Ragavan, so we keep that. With 2 5-color lands against a deck that's not pressuring our life total, feels amazing. Bring Leaf Drum. Game on. I mean, I didn't even mention that we also have the Dismember and and we got the Mystical Dispute. Yeah, they're done. It's over. What is going on? That's the 3rd Urza. Oh my goodness. In a row. This hand is very mediocre. This hand has Vivi on turn 3. And a subtlety to keep Urza away from us. Okay, we can try that. What we got on top? Untapped land, and it fixes our mana. But so does our Signet. But assume that our Signet gets countered, we're in big trouble, so I'll keep it. The Spell Pierce and the Vivi might be instrumental in fighting off the Urza. Do we go for an Arcane Signet? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Beautiful. If they had a Spell Pierce, it would have been very frustrating. But they have a Solar Transformer, which I'll Spell Pierce. Sissel! Give me the Vivi. I don't have any spells to cast. Give me the Tymna. What do we need? Black, red? It has to be black. No, it doesn't. It can be white, red. That's pretty good. Covers our bases. Oops. Not my finest hour. That's why it had to be black. Not my finest. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They've got the free mana card. They've got the free mana card. They exile Swan Song. They play the land. Do they slam the Urza? They might be wary of a mana tithe. They're going for Karn. Yep, shut that down. Sorry, Vivi. We have no spells in hand. Dude, it's a format of free spells, guys. Better or worse. Untap land there and play Kraum. I might have done it. We can still do it. But I think with what I expect them to do next turn, this is the play. There's enough pressure to get to a Karn. The fetch. Could have countered the fetch. I don't think we counter the fetch. Remember, they imprinted a Swan Song. Let's see if they have a counter for this. Nope. Shut that down. Pact of Negation. What a card. Mana Tithe. What a card. We have black-white still in there? We do. We're coming for you. Careful not to cast too many spells. Pact. It's a good card. The One Ring is a bit of a problem. Scoop him up. Urza bodied again. How many times must not be Urza down before it is called a bad deck? Another! Oh my goodness. It's a 2-deck queue. That or just Urza is popping off so hard, everybody's playing it. Look at this hand. The turn 1 Arcane Signet. Turn 2 Black Market. Gotta do that. There's no question we gotta do that. Subtlety off the top, so we're gonna keep the Jwari. So that is an imprinted Lightning Bolt. This, unfortunately, has to make red. No, it doesn't. It can be an island. So we want, like, blue, black? Doing it. Cold Steel Heart. Musical episode. Surveil. Land untapped. In a swamp at that. I'll bin it. Black Market. This card can take over games, baby. Especially when backed by a free spell. Urza. How many times must I counter Karn before they take it out of that deck? Technically didn't counter it. I know. Man, I feel like this video is just a loop. They put it on the bottom. Smart. Give it all. Okay. Tymna. Grim Tutor. What do you get in such a situation where you're so far ahead? Pretty simple. You get a free counter spell. I'll pay 0 life all day. You kidding? This is crazy. That's fine. That's not. I mean, they can play it again next turn. That's the good news. We'll see if we can come up with an answer to it. That's another land. That is not ideal. Ooh! Oh no. Oh, that's so good. Oh, and that's a Thoughtseize? We're at 8? Gosh, we're getting really low on life. But what are they gonna do? Hurt me? They can't do that. We'll go to 4. Give me this 3 steps. Oh yeah, brutally time walk you. No spells. Now I just have to not full send again. It's asking a lot. Dark Ritual. I think I Dark Ritual now. Just get it done. I have no other use for it. Let's get our Kraum down. Where's my Death Shadow? Tymna doing all it can to offset me trying to throw my whole life total in the garbage. Oh my gosh. Wait, am I dead if I do this though? I go to 3. I go to 2. I'm not dead. Okay, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. This is insane. Doing it. Doing it. Wow. The worst possible commander show is coming to MagicCon Las Vegas. We will be live playing in front of the crowd at 11 a.m. on Sunday, June 22nd. So see me, CGB, as well as Shay against Voxy and Amy the Amazonian throwing down with some of the more classic and beloved commanders in the game. So come to the worst possible commander show live at 11 a.m. on Sunday at MagicCon Las Vegas. There's a link in the description to make sure that you get your tickets today. As always, we'll see you there, and you're cool. Ah, it's not Urza, it's Grenzo. Let's play alchemy, shall we? This hand. I mean, it doesn't let anything too bad happen to us, but it's also not great, but our mana is good. Okay, let's do it. What could go wrong? A duress? No big deal. Just run out of Wish Claw. And I guess I'll get the Rafine's Tower since the red is just a little splash. Do we run out the Wish Claw? Reprieve seems like a really good card if they do anything at all. Putting Wish Claw down might just give them a target for an Abrade. Yeah, that's what they want. They want a Solar Transform, we deny that. We want to get Tymna down. Tymna aggro, baby. Now do they ramp or remove? It's in their blood, they must remove. We have Sink into Stupor here. Cool. The Solar Transformer, they can just play it again. So on end step, we bounce it. And the reason we do that is so that we can play a Kraum without risk of them Grenzoing us. Colors are coming together beautifully. Let's surveil. Dark Ritual. Yeah, free mana. Let's go. Kraum, Ludavics, Opus. We got a hitter. I dare you to double spell. See what happens. 5 mana. Brittle Blast. Okay. Remove perpetual effects. What are they? That it gets exiled? Yeah, something like that. Right. The real battle is about to begin. Ragavan. Could dash it. Can Dark Ritual. Tymna. Dashavan. Combat. Take that action. Okay. End turn. Undash. Upkeep. Chan. No spells. No big old jailer. Not right now. Oh, goody. Here we go. Dashavan Part 2. See what they got. Can they stop the attack? Life total getting low. Card draw getting good. What is in their hand? That is the question. What a question that is. I mean, I'm sure that their plan is Grenzo. Let's stock up. We could go get Wash Away, but we have Pact, right? So I don't think we need it. Just gonna get lands and make sure I'm curving. I know, not exciting, but should be effective here. You don't want to Pact and then have nothing to do the next turn. Crabomination! No. No. We're not doing that. Come on now. Give me this. Pay 2 life. Bolt you. Hey. Urborg's nice. Dashavan. Down to 1. We get Blood Chief's Thirst. That doesn't help. Oh no. Okay. I guess they missed their land drop, so we do this and hope. No Grenzo. We also have Kraum with haste over the top as a potential play. They hit the land. A Dark Ritual. From 1 life, by the way. Huge comeback incoming. A card has been chosen. What is it? Valky! My Wagavan! So do you think they got the removal spell that gets Kraum? Nope, they've got Myristic Study. That's what they've got. Boom! Hi, Grenzo. The worst possible merch drop is here. We've got hats. We've got hoodies. There's t-shirts. And most importantly, we have play mats. Brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. And always use the promo code WORST to get a discount at checkout and a free token. Pre-orders start on May 28th and run into early June. So head to CoolStuffInc.com/CGB right now. That's CovertGoBlue HQ. And pre-order the worst possible merch. Now let's get back to the video. It wouldn't be the worst possible merch drop without the worst possible ad read, wouldn't it?